That's over. It's
don't
peace.
Don't tell him, okay? So should we start?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, let's be like this. Hello friends, Ilaria here. Welcome back to PowerCoin. Today we have a special guest who came to visit us. Hi Orlando, welcome to Rome.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Of course. So Orlando is Vice President of Sales at CIT, am I right?
Absolutely.
So do you want to tell us something about CIT? What is CIT?
Well, I mean, CIT is basically, we're a small company with a big heart, kind of like what you guys are. We're a passionate company. We love what we do, and we're a strong believer that one can always do it better. So we're always trying to make our products better than the last one that you saw. So wrapped in a nutshell, we're people that are passionate and love what we're doing.
Nice. And how long have you been with the company?
15, almost 16 years now.
That's a long time. So
fast.
you were there when the first numismatic technology came out, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you recall what was the first coin minted with numismatic technology?
There's the official version and then there's the unofficial version. The unofficial version was, we did a test on a peacock. And it was the peacock and the ammonite. It was a smart minting test to see how the public would react. We didn't tell anybody, but the reaction was amazing. Everybody went and tried to see how they could get those two coins. So in reality, the very first two smart minting coins were the peacock and the ammonite. And
so I think that was 2016, if I remember well. And now we have the new numismatic technologies, the ultra-high relief.
That's another big step. But don't forget that the official version of smart minting, when we introduced it to the world, was with the T-race. You know, that's the moment that we introduced a 1 ounce in high relief, something that has never been done before in proof. And the reason why I say it was something out of this world was because you saw high reliefs on antique finish, but you didn't see them in proof coins. And one of the reasons why you don't see them in proof coins and these ultra high relief coins is because if you make a mistake, you have to throw everything away. And that's why mints prefer to go with antique finish than with proof coins. Now I can say that there's a lot of mints, not only CIT, that have become better. But I guess it was CIT that was pushing the way in this direction.
And that's a very important point what you said, because we recently launched our Bengal Tiger, the new building block series, and actually we insisted on proof quality and not like antique finish quality, because we knew it was going to be harder, but also we knew it was going to be more special and different, because it's easier to do that high relief on an antique finish quality, like you said. So that's very important that you said that. So my question is now, are you already working on something new, like the next smart minting, or like what's in your drawer?
Oh, we're always working on newer, better. I think that CIT, one of our main focuses was going back to the roots. I mean, if you go back in our history and you take a look at, you're one of the first companies to come out with the color coin, one of the first companies to come out with coin inlays with meteorites and with glass inlay, and so we were always, part of being innovator is also taking that sometimes you're just ahead of the time and people are not ready for what you're about to show, and you just got to give the market the time to be able to see the beauty of the product. One of the cool things about our coins is that we strongly believe that you don't have to understand anything about coins in order to buy our products, because our products are made for people that buy because they like. you don't necessarily have to know.
So it's about like, it's more like about gut feeling. I like this, I buy it.
Well, think about it like this. We don't all have the same taste. And thank God we don't. But CIT is a company that works worldwide. That means that what may not work in one market works in another market. There's people that might say this color they don't like, and in another continent they just love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's one of the advantages. Like PowerCoin that you guys are selling globally, worldwide. You try to create a product that most people like, but you also have to work that you can't please everybody, and that's okay.
Right, totally. So how do you picture numismatic in 10 years? And I'm not just talking about like new techniques, new coins, but like the whole numismatic world in terms of marketing, in terms of what customers might like, the way they might shop, or just do you have an idea in your mind?
Well, the way that I see it is it's not very much. It hasn't changed a lot from how it all started. If you think about it, coins have always been a source of payment, but they have also been a source of collection. And there are certain coins, certain events that took place during a time that becomes precious to an individual or to a country and are very looked for. I see that, you know, in 10 years, a lot of the coins that we've made in the past are going to be even more difficult to get. Don't forget that CIT does a lot of project management for companies worldwide. If you take a look at the coins that PowerCoin has that are extraordinary, you look at the micro mosaic, and like you said, right now the beloved block, the Tiger, that's one of the most difficult coins that we have till this point done. But we're always trying to make things better. So I assume that in 10 years, we're still going to be around. We've been since 50 years, and we're still going to be innovating and sitting together with creative people and just creating excellent coins. Remember that every year there's a new event. There's always something happening. Mm-hmm. You can't say, okay, in 10 years it's going to be over. You just have to love what you're doing and just hold on for the ride.
So another question, you mentioned new technologies that PowerCoin used thanks to the cooperation with CIT, like the micromosaic, the micropuzzle, the building blocks, and so on. So maybe, many of our followers know, but maybe not everybody knows that. So when we start a new project, most of the time what CIT tells us is, this has never been done before, this is impossible. So what's in between this is impossible and here's a sample?
I guess it has to do, it depends a lot on the project manager. CIT project managers doesn't necessarily mean that because today it's impossible, that tomorrow it's going to be possible. If you take a look at, as an example, the Tiger that we did for you guys, that was a development for almost 3 years that we were on it. It went from impossible to a maybe, and for a maybe, we think we know how. It just takes a lot of time to develop and a lot of tests. And again, it's not cheap. And if you have the time and you have the patience to commit and test with us different ways of doing it, then yes, we'll go. If you see the majority of the times it's CIT that is testing and trying. Everybody talks about our success, but nobody really knows how many times things fail until it works.
Right.
You see our success. It's the same thing with PowerCoin. Everybody talks about PowerCoin's success, but you don't really see what didn't work because that never hits the light. Nobody can be successful if they don't experience failure.
Thank you for that. So another question, can you tell us how this partnership between CIT and PowerCoin started?
Well, it started with an email. I received an email.
From Antonello.
Exactly.
Antonello is our CEO and the owner of the company. So
And
he wrote you an email?
yeah, he was looking for 5 coins. Now CIT we don't do retail, we do only wholesale. But it was the way that he wrote the coin, the way that he wrote me the email that really got my attention.
So you got that email?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I answered him that if he's interested to talk further, that he should come and visit me in Berlin. We were going to be at the coin show, and that's where we first met. And I saw the potential in the way that sales were going to be. You have to remember that during the time that Antonello started, internet sales was not a big hit. Okay, everything was being sold through catalogs and through posts, and Antonello had a vision of selling coins through the internet, which caught my attention. And I guess it was that got us started in finding a way to develop what you know now as PowerCoin.
Just out of curiosity, are you a coin collector?
Absolutely.
Yes. So you started your career in numismatic because of your passion, or you started collecting after starting your career?
After. I had no idea that about the numismatic industry. For me, a coin was a coin. It was only until I got with CIT that I started being interested in collecting. One of the things about collecting CIT coins is that they're small mintages. They're difficult to get. I can't buy directly through CIT. I have to buy it directly through one of my customers. So that shows you how difficult it is to get our products.
That's true.
So I guess like anything in life, the more difficult things are to get, the more you appreciate it.
And working in this world, you also get to know how beautiful, how complicated it can be minting a coin, and you know the actual value of that coin. I think that once you get into this world and you start appreciating it, it's really hard to get out of it, right?
Well, see, from my perspective, I know of projects that the mint will say never again. And those are the coins that I really want to collect, because I know that there's no way on earth that we'll be able to convince them to do that coin once again.
So you have the secret information.
Well, I wouldn't say it's secret. I would just say it's just that's my line of work. If I would be manufacturing cars, I would be able to tell you which car will never be done again and why it will never be done again. But that's not relevant. Relevant is to me that I hold a piece of history. I love modern numismatics, and it's because I believe that I'm a part of it, and if you think about it, you're a part of what you're doing, and that's something special. A lot of people like to collect what other people did. I like to collect what I'm doing, my generation, what's happening right now and today. And it's going to be something that I'm going to be able to pass along to my children. My children are going to be able to pass along to their children. The intent of having it's like a little treasure.
That's true. So, by the way, Orlando is here in Rome to discuss with us about some new projects. He's been working for us for the past 2 days. And if you want to know what we are up to, remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like. Thank you, Orlando, for your time. Remember, collect, invest, enjoy. Ciao.
Bye.